Welcome to another episode of Trust Check, where we bring you weekly reports on viral claims circulating on and off social media. With less than 100 days to the 2023 general elections, the number of misinformation and disinformation keeps rising. Opposition parties have been coming at each other with misleading content, trying to sway more supporters for themselves. While this is a norm for election periods, you can change the narrative by simply verifying any information that seems shady before you share. My name is Hajara Hosseini. Today we take on multiple claims that garnered a lot of reaction in the past week. The first claim was made by the governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, who stated that President Muhammadu Buhari has done well and has made Nigeria better than some developed countries. He made this statement on November 15, 2022 at the flag-off of the All Progressives Congress campaign at Ruang Palm Township Stadium in Jos Plateau State. Let's take a look at the video.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, you have done so much for us as a country. You assumed the leadership of this country when the ship of this nation was sinking. You sustained us. You are able to revive the ship of this nation. You have done so well in terms of infrastructure. Our economy, you inherited it when there was COVID, when there were recessions, one time and another, when there are so many challenges across the world. Today in Nigeria, we are better than so many countries, including developed ones. It is under this wonderful APC that you gave youth, women, and people living with disabilities chance to have voice and belong. Your Excellency, you have done it in 2015 to 2019. You did it from 2019 till date, and bi-Iznillah ta'ala, you are going to hand over to our Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu so that he can continue to replicate what he did in Lagos, what Kashim Shettima did in Borno State, across this country. We, the youth of this country and the younger generation, we are going to mobilize ourselves from house to house, polling units, community, local government, and all of the states. We are going to sweep it clean.
In verifying Yahaya's claim, Trust Check took a look at some key indices as criteria that determine whether Nigeria's infrastructural development is doing better than some developed countries and if it is doing well in general. We first looked at the housing deficit and found out that over 30% of the total population of Nigeria is facing serious housing challenges, while 80% of the country's 206 million people live in informal housing plagued by problems of poor quality and inadequate infrastructure. And most of the issues center around affordability, proximity, and unavailability of other basic amenities such as power and water supply, as well as good road networks. Similarly, Nigeria's power supply crisis affects other aspects of infrastructural development like mining, agricultural activities, and the industrial sector, among others. Further checks reveal that in 2022, the unemployment rate in Nigeria is estimated to reach 33%, and chronological data show that the rate rose constantly in previous years. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, the labor force population covers all persons aged 15 to 64 years who are willing and able to work regardless of whether or not they have a job. The employed population was fixed at 46 million, 20 million for women and 26 million for men. Individuals in formal employment were fixed at 43 million, with 18 million being women and 25 million being men, while others in formal employment out of the active population of 122 million is a measure 3 million, with less than 1 million for women and about 2.3 million for men. This leaves the number of unemployed Nigerians at 23 million, 12 million for women and 11 million for men. Going further, data from the DMO revealed that domestic debt service in the first quarter of 2022 was over 600 billion naira and a little over 660 billion naira in the second quarter of the year, which is not a good look. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll give you our verdict. Welcome back to Trust Check. Going by some of these parameters that determine a country's infrastructural and economic development are intact and comparing them with some developed countries from 2015 to date, Trust Check can confirm that Yahya Bello's assertion that Buhari made Nigeria better than some developed countries in infrastructure and economic growth is inaccurate. The second claim is a video of a large number of people protesting against the vice presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Ifeanyi Okowa. The 56-second video, which was shot at night and circulating mostly on WhatsApp, had the caption, "Breaking news, happening now, PDP in disarray. Atiku Abubakar escapes lynching in Abuja at PDP meeting as members of the party ask Okowa to step down as Atiku's running mate." Let's take a look.
We don't want we want presidential candidate. Presidential candidate. That's what we want. We want presidential candidate. Whoever is the no. We are Nigerians.
Relying on video analysis using the InVid video verification tool, it shows that the video first emerged on November 6, 2022 during the first town hall series by Arise TV in collaboration with the CDD in Transcorp Hilton, Abuja. Further checks revealed the cause of the protest was triggered by the introduction of Okowa as the representative of the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar. Obviously, the announcement didn't go well with the audience, which created a disorder and the debate was halted for some time. Trust Check can confirm that Atiku was not present at the venue of the town hall meeting, and the video was not from a meeting held by members of the PDP asking Okowa to resign as the vice presidential candidate as suggested. Hence, it is false and misleading. The last claim was made by former governor of Edo State, Adams Oshiomhole, during his campaign flag-off in Auchi, where he stated that Obi owns the biggest shopping mall in Abuja and all the items sold are imported. The popularity of Peter Obi, a former governor, has been on the rise since he declared his intentions to run for the country's presidency. His supporters have been vocal on social media and their campaign can be felt on the streets as more Nigerians are dissatisfied with the crop of the current political leaders. His core supporters have been the youth, among which the National Bureau of Statistics stated that 42.5% are unemployed as of 2020. Well, here's what you should know. Nigeria's unemployment rate has been increasing rapidly over the years as its economy battles with inflation, which has seen an increase in the cost of living and a weakening of the naira. The situation has been compounded by the country going into recession twice in 5 years. According to data from the NBS, the unemployment rate has been on a steady rise since the first quarter of 2015 at 7.54%. It further stretched to 8.19% in the second quarter, then moved to almost 10% in the third and rose to over 10% in the fourth quarter of 2015. Meanwhile, by the second quarter of 2020, it hit over 27% with a little over 33% in the fourth quarter of 2020. But were all the products sold in the mall imported? The Next Cash and Carry Limited is in fact owned by Peter Obi, but the Abuja branch is currently not in operation due to the inferno that consumed the building last year. Speaking with the general manager of Next Cash and Carry Limited, Mr. Neil Pape, in an interview, he said the stock sold in the mall includes food and non-food storage, including edible groceries, non-edible groceries, health and beauty aids, soft drinks, commodities, and more. While indicating that the mall has arrays of imported products, he however noted that he believes in supporting local industries, especially farmers. He also noted that before the unfortunate event, the mall had a staff strength of about 1,000 direct and indirect staff and over 3,000 vendors, with 200 farmers supplying items to the store. This is apart from other employees on its payroll in Lagos and Port Harcourt malls. Should importation be blamed for the high rate of unemployment in Nigeria? Well, there is no contradiction that overdependence on the importation of finished products affects the availability of jobs in a country, but economic stability and government policies have a large role to play to make that a reality. For Nigeria, having the necessary infrastructure for businesses to strive has been a major challenge. For instance, farmers need to move their goods to market, and the route that link the farms to the cities are in poor shape. According to the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, the erratic power supply led manufacturers in the country to spend over 80 billion naira in 2020. Record also shows that manufacturers pay over 30 different taxes, levies, and fees to agencies of the federal, state, and local governments on account of increased revenue targets. Accessibility to forex has also been a major challenge, leading the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria to ask the CBN to allocate more foreign exchange to ease the importation of raw materials and machinery. However, most times they go to the parallel market to get the dollar at higher rates, further affecting their businesses. Based on investigation, TrustCheck can confirm that Adam Oshomole's claim is misleading, even though Peter Obi imports foreign goods into the country to sell, which can affect job creation. That is not the critical factor hindering the creation of jobs, as the country does not have infrastructures and policies that will engender manufacturing industries to produce goods locally. While we bring you weekly reports on false information circulating on and off social media, a simple way to stop the spread of fake news is to verify any information before sharing them. Always remember that fake news causes damage with irreversible effects. For more details on the fact check, visit www.trustcheck.dailytrust.com and follow us on all social media platforms at Trust TV News. Until I come your way next week, I am Hajara Hussaini.